That was pretty rocking, right, Electrish?
It sure was. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Static Realms Hangouts. How's everybody out there doing? Thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming, everybody. We are live today, so feel free to talk to us, ask questions. Our comments will be shown on the main screen, so feel free to ask away. So, Trish, let's go and see who is going to be on today.
All right, so tonight's show, we're very excited. We have music and interviews with Nathan Montalvo, Ronin, Blake Carpenter, Konstanza, Starfarer, and Electric Sol. So great show.
Yeah, pretty stacked show. Are you excited, Electrish?
I'm super excited.
That's an awesome Daft Punk shirt, by the way.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, sad news for music fans.
Yeah, but, we all got to keep their music in our playlists forever, so.
Yeah, absolutely. So for everyone that's joining me, we're going to be looking at 6 different artists today. The first one being the famous Starfarer, who does a lot of synth things from podcasting, festivals, and his own personal music. So Electrish, I'm going to have to kick you out for the first interview. So sorry. And Starfarer, nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Good, good. So, you're very accustomed to this world, or you're also on the microphone 24/7. Where do you find the time to do everything that you do?
I don't know, man. I just do it. I just want to make stuff. I'm a do-it-yourself kind of guy, and I'm passionate about doing stuff myself, and I just find time to do stuff.
No, you're a busy man, and I thank you for all the things you're doing in the Synthwave community. But one thing I'm missing right now, I was hoping that you would come to the interview in this crazy helmet.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to hear me much if I wear the helmet.
Yeah, so what is the story behind the Moon Man, if you would call it that?
Well, once I discovered Synthwave and I decided to start a Synthwave project, I wanted to do something that was, spacey, had like a sci-fi vibe to it, like space synthwave. So I wanted to start a project like that, and I was looking for a name that meant something like, somebody who travels to the stars or to space. And I stumbled upon the name Starfarer, and I looked it up, and that's exactly what it means. And I checked all the stream services if the name was available, if it was available on like social media, and it was available. So I was like, this is perfect. I'll use it. And
yeah, that's awesome.
And then in the electronic scene and as the synthwave scene, a lot of artists, they have this persona type of thing. They wear helmets and they dress up. So I figured I could dress up like an astronaut, be a spaceman.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Well, I hope you like our background. We have a whole space thing going on. I swear I didn't do that on purpose. And it's it was crazy. We just had the rover land on Mars, so that's exciting. And hopefully they'll find some aliens, right? That'd be great.
Find some aliens and clap them cheeks.
Clap, clap. So other than that, let's go ahead and talk about your Synth Valley Stream Fest. You've been pushing this forward really hard, and you had quite the show up of bands and everything.
Yeah, initially I started Synth Valley Productions to start a local scene in San Jose in the Bay Area, because when I started my project a couple of months after I released my first album, I wanted to play a show, and I was really eager to play a show, but there wasn't a lot of synthwave shows locally. I did go to one locally, which was in San Jose, that featured Vector Hold and Voltaic Spore. And I introduced myself, and I told them I just released a new album, and it'd be awesome if if we can set up some shows in the future. And they're like, yeah, let's do it up. And months passed by and nothing came out of it. So I was like, what, I'm just gonna book my own show. And I found another local artist, and we booked our first show together, and that's how it started. And then I booked some other shows by myself as well, like after that. And then maybe like half a year later, I was like, what, I should probably start something that's gonna make it look more official, more professional. So I started Synth Valley Productions.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. It's has quite the pickup. When is the next one? Any Synth Valley coming soon?
Yeah, the next one is March 13th. But yeah, like during COVID hit, and I was wondering like when are we going to be able to play shows again? And like I've said this before, like if someone in this summer of 2019 was like, dude, next year you're not going to be able to play any shows, you're not going to be able to go outside unless it's essential, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? But
great.
yeah, like COVID hit and I was like, what are we going to do? And then a couple months passed by. I was like, you know what, I saw other people put on synthwave streams, and I decided to put on my own because I have Synth Valley Productions, and yeah, that's how it started. I just hit up a bunch of artists, and they were interested in performing.
Well, you're killing it. You're killing it. So continue, please. And I want to talk about your new album that's coming out. Let's hear about the Multiverse.
Yeah, Multiverse is a remix album. It's gonna be a big ass album. There's gonna be like 19 remixes on there. It's a remix album. We got Watch Out for Snakes, who's been on this program before, I know, and Elevate the Sky, and I think Knight Rider has been on here before.
Yeah, take a look.
We got it's just
here. And I've seen them play live on your show as well, so they're awesome.
Yeah, so it's mostly a bunch of homies, a bunch of friends who I've worked with in the past, who I've played shows with in the past, and then some people who I just hit up to see if they were interested in doing a remix for me. And the funny thing is, I know 19 tracks is a lot, but like I hit up like 20 people, hoping like maybe half of them would deliver. But here I am. I got 19 tracks for it.
Yeah, I have one of my favorites here. Elevate the Sky has a Lunar Girl remix with you, so that's awesome.
Yeah, Elevate the Sky is amazing. He's a really cool dude, and he's a good friend of mine. And I played shows with him in the past, and we've worked together. I haven't played guitar on one of my tracks, and yeah, it's great to work with him. He's a nice guy.
No, that's awesome. So I see also you have a new member to your family. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, I just became a first-time dad. So
yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I decided to do a remix album, because I don't have a lot of time to write, and it's been a while since I released an album. So I was like, you know what, now is the time it's the perfect time to plan a remix album and release it.
Yeah, and the question, do you have any specific favorite thing that you like doing? Is it the podcast? Is it your own music? Is it the Synth Valley? What is your favorite work of art at the current moment?
I don't really have a favorite. If I were to choose, I would say writing music, but that's not really possible right now because I'm really busy being a first-time dad and everything. But yeah, I would choose music first. But like since I started the podcast, for those who don't know, it's Synth and Brews podcast. I found it very rewarding, just talking to all these artists, making new friends. And like I said, like the more people I support, the more they're going to be inclined to support me. And I always said that the two biggest factors in my quote unquote success is luck and networking, like making friends and just being nice to everybody.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So we're going to have your music video. I want to hear a little bit about it. So I chose the one that I like a lot that reminds me of, video games, side scroll. Yeah. The song is called Strange Land. Can you tell me about this video?
Yeah, so I wanted to do like a side scroller type of music video because that song is kind of like video gamey.
Yeah.
And so I hit up this person on like a freelance website. I forgot what it was. I think Upwork or something. And I told him I wanted to make this side scroller video that was kind of like like the Mortal Kombat, how they just took a bunch of stills of people and then they animated it. Yeah. So that's what I did. I just took a bunch of pictures of myself doing those movements.
Yeah, I did not know that it was actually like in that style of Mortal Kombat and Pit Fighter. That's really interesting. I thought it was just all an animated like drawing or something, but it's actually you, which is even cooler.
Yeah, everything else is animated, but like for me, for my my character, those are actually photos of me that I took and cropped out each one, and it took forever because there's so many frames.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and play that. But before we play that video, I want to know, what is your favorite side-scrolling game from the 8-bit and 16-bit era?
I don't know. Side-scrolling game. I didn't play too much when I was younger, but I was really into like the Mario ones.
Yeah.
And then Contra. I like Contra, but it was so hard. It's so hard. I couldn't get past like the first level.
Well, on that note, we're gonna look at a hard game right now, which is Starfarer with Strange Land.
All right, that was a rad video from Starfarer. Nice work. So next we are going to bring on Blake Carpenter. Hello.
Hi, sorry, can't stop moving after that. That was so good.
Yeah, just
that was just so good.
I know, right?
Hi, Electrish.
I was jamming. Hi, I'm doing well. Thank you. Thanks for coming on the Static Realms Hangout show.
Oh, no. Thank you for having me.
We are so spoiled because Blake Carpenter is releasing a brand new track tomorrow. And the music video we are going to have the pleasure of showing on our show tonight. So thank you for that, Blake.
You bet.
So
you guys are great. Come on.
Thank
you can get everything before everybody else.
Yeah, well, we try. So I have a question for you. You are quite a busy guy. You have a lot of things going on. I know that you're writing a lot of music constantly. You just actually revamped your entire studio, put up your green screens, got all your equipment together.
Oh, that's a trash picture. That's not the completed project.
All right. Take it off. Yeah, but the point is, you're a busy guy. How do you find time to work on your music? And in between being on the Night Ride FM and the Discord and our show, our streams, how do you have time for all this stuff?
I don't. But no. Okay. Give that cat a kiss. It's hard. I'm trying to get a song out a month. Next month I'm releasing 2, so it's going to be even harder. But I do this all day. This is what I do all day long. So I don't have a regular job because I can't work with people. But
so just make music, yeah.
Well, yeah, I make music. I share other people's music. I promote all day long. I make videos. I do everything all by myself. I don't have any help here on this end. So
you're great. You're doing great. Trust me. And I know that you're very supportive of other musicians. Have you ever considered working with other musicians at all?
Yes, I have, and I am. Those are things that are still happening in the background that aren't being talked about yet. So I'm even more busy. Oh, no, I can talk about it. I'm just not going to say who. But I'm working on there's 3 now collabs. One person is probably well enough known. The other 2 are kind of new to the synthwave family like me. So we'll see how things go with that.
I know that we were actually having a stream yesterday with Zarina, and you were on the stream and you were talking about how you actually have hundreds of love songs that you have written from the 80s and 90s.
That's just love songs. Yeah, I probably have a few hundred total from that I started writing when I was 12. That was 1984. I started writing lyrics when I was 12. I started playing music when I was 7. That's back in the 70s somewhere. But
yeah. So do you have any big influences to your writing, to your music, or do you just kind of go with the flow of what you're feeling and what inspires you?
Throughout the 80s, I was a new wave and a hairband guy. I mean, so I was the outcast because the hairband guys couldn't stand the Cure and the Cure guys couldn't stand the hairband guys. But they were on my constant rotation. I guess that's most of my influence, aside from guys like Vangelis, Kitaro, Yanni, John Tesh, the synth guys. I've been a huge synth person for since I heard synth.
Yeah, and I love your whole setup that you have with your, you're like right in the middle of it. In fact, you even sent us a photo recently where you're rocking a Static Realms shirt, and I love it. It's like so awesome. You got your hair blowing, and your Static Realms shirt, and your equipment in there. I love it. I love getting pictures like this. They make me happy.
Oh,
so
I'm glad. You're welcome. And I love that. And here's some more hair blowing for you.
Wow. I have the same fan, actually.
I think everybody has one of these. They're the Honeywell fans that you can get just about anywhere.
They really come in handy, though.
They do.
Definitely. Especially when you're doing a lot at home, shooting your own music videos, working on projects.
That's always under my desk. I have 5 other fans in that space back there behind this green screen.
Yeah. And yes, it is a Daft Punk shirt. Whoever just asked that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Yeah, this is actually a really old shirt. I've probably had it for like 5 years. But, you know.
Oh boy. That's not that old.
Yeah.
No, see,
So Blake,
go ahead.
So Blake, I have to say, your music video, it's technically coming out tomorrow, but we're lucky enough to be showing it on the show tonight. I have to say it's one of my favorites that you've done. It's really, really great. It's got the whole retro aesthetic. It's fantastic. You really did a good job.
Thank you very much.
And can you tell us about the music video?
Well, honestly, I didn't even plan this one out. I said, I'm gonna put the camera up. I'm gonna run through the song 5 or 6 times at doing different things in different positions, and then just paste it all together in the editor. And that's kind of what I did. Because the other videos, I spent a lot of time planning them out, and it took days sometimes to find the footage that I wanted to use that I could legally use,
right?
You know, in my videos. So I wanted this one to just be me and just go with it. And
it worked. Yeah, I think it really worked. And can we get into the video now? Are you ready?
Yeah, if you're done with me, we can play the video and move on.
Well, for now. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna show a Galaxy premiere music video from Blake Carpenter. This is Broken Dreams.
Stuck in your ways. It won't be too long till again you betray. It wasn't clear road from west to right, but you were better than that. You feel nothing without headlines, draining my life like a vampire bat. Just who do you think you are, ripping apart my dream like this? We are taking it so far. Hating my life like a vampire's bed. Just who do you think you are? Ripping apart my dream like this.
Woohoo!
Blake is still here. I just wanted to tell you that was quite the dreamy song. Quite the dreamy song.
Thank you.
Great job. You know, it's officially out tomorrow in stores everywhere. Is that correct?
No, yeah, it should be everywhere. Bandcamp specifically, and then all the streaming sites. Yeah, sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, Blake. Well, we're gonna have to
Thank
say
you.
goodbye because we have to bring our next guest. So
Move on. Go.
All right. So our next guest is someone who comes from the world of metal. She is Costanza. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Costanza, how are you doing today?
I'm super. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You know, I've seen your world. Your synthwave, your metal, your punk. You're a bit of everything. So that's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So tell us about your world of music. How did you end up in all those fields?
Okay, how everything started. Basically, when I was like 14, I started to listen to heavy metal like a lot, and I was a real diehard, and I wanted to learn how to play guitar. So I bought an electric guitar, and I just did my first band.
Yeah.
And it was just like a local band like that. We never did anything, but that sparked like the idea of making something, you know, with more like projection. So I told my friends, and my friends were like, nah, we're not interested. And I was like, I need to do it anyway because I really want it. And I did a solo project. I decided to do everything, and I learned how to use Fruity Loops to make like drum machines. And I recorded the guitars and the basses myself. And like I didn't have a vocalist, I decided to try myself because, you know, nobody was told me. So I just did it, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good. But anyway, I did it, and honestly, people liked it. Not because it was like technically great, just because it was different. And it's like a little girl. Like I was 17 when I started with that, so
Right.
that's how it started.
Now you're 21 now, right? So that's
I'm 30.
Well, on that note, Costanza, you still look very young. We're gonna jump into a video that I ran into. One of your older bands that you're still in, I believe, is Demona.
That's the band that I started. Yeah, it's like it's basically on hold right now, but yeah, it's active.
All right, well, let's show the world Demona.
Like I was
That is wild. Thrashing on the guitar. You know,
yeah, that was live in Japan in 2014.
yeah. So you toured Japan and the rest of the world?
Not the rest of the world, but I've been in a few countries. I've been it started in Chile, then I went to Canada, so I toured around Canada for sure, and then I went to Japan, and in the States.
Yeah, no, that's pretty crazy. So what's the craziest thing you've done at a metal concert, either your own or someone else's?
What I haven't done. I don't know. I think that's like a very broad question, but yeah, I've done a lot of crazy things. It's just fun. When you go to a metal show, it's like, you know, this kind of music is made to like just let out all your frustrations. So once you go there, you go with all your like whatever your baggage, and then you go out without that. So you have the time to leave your frustrations with the music. So I guess I don't know, the crazy things getting into fights that I don't know what I've gotten in fights until like.
You've had a couple bloody noses and scratches.
Not because I wanted. I repeat, not because I wanted. It's just I don't know. It just happens.
Yeah. All right. So let's move to the next band that I ran into yours, Outline, which it's a punk band, correct?
Yeah, that started in the States. Yeah.
States. So okay, we're gonna play a little clip. I know everybody wants to see the full video, but just the clip. Just the clip. You're quite the busy person. Quite the busy person. But I definitely want to mosh right now. I want to do something great.
Right? It's fun.
So tell us about that punk band really quick.
So when I moved to the States, so after Chile, I moved to Canada and I lived there for like 5 years. So I made my project into an actual band. So when I moved from Canada to the States, all the guys stayed in Canada, and I thought if I would continue with this project, it will be by myself, all alone again, or with them. So like I still wanted to do music in a band setup kind of thing. I just talked to a friend that also has a solo band, and I asked him, he plays everything. So I said, what if we do a duo band and we do something very raw, very rough, very more aggressive of what I used to do, and we came out with Outline, and yeah, it's a combination of two solo musicians that we did a duo.
Yeah, no, it's kick ass. I really want to get into. I got to see all that music, because I know your synthwave world, but I haven't heard all of you, like your metal and your punk music. So you got to send it to me.
That's what it built. It built who I am right now. Like because of that was the base for the music that I'm doing right now. Right.
So you were in one of our earlier episodes of Static Realms Music Hour. Yeah. Replays are on YouTube, everybody, so check them out.
Yeah.
But we had behind the scenes of you for the music video that you had done in the Synthwave community. When I chose the thumbnail to put on YouTube, I ran into an issue. They took the picture down. They said it was too sexual, too racy for YouTube.
Oh, so, I have that problem all the time.
Yeah. Let's show the audience this photo and let's see what they think.
Okay.
There it is.
It's just my cover art. Maybe we should censor it.
But I've seen crazier things on YouTube, so I think it got blocked out. I edited it to make it look more, I guess, less revealing, and it still got blocked. And I'm like, I give up.
Enough. Yeah, no, that's weird, but the internet and censorship is kind of getting crazy. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Now before we run out of time, I want to talk about your new cassette that came out. It's coming out today.
Yes, it's actually I have it here with me. I'll show you.
Right. Let's take a look.
There. This is the tape. I will open it so we can see it better. It's actually a cute little pink tape, like baby pink.
Nice.
And in here you can see there's another you have the cover art, of course, the songs, and then you have inside another very revealing, I guess, picture.
Oh no, YouTube's not gonna like that, but
and then the lyrics. You have the lyrics and everything, and I try to keep the aesthetic, like that retro 80s aesthetics, and because that's what. Yeah.
So everybody, go out there, buy her cassette tape.
Yes, it's $10.
Download her music. It's on Costanza, Bandcamp.
Okay, by the way, if somebody wants to download my music, it's for free. You can go and download it for free on my Bandcamp. So there's no excuse if you don't have it. It's just because you're being a bad person.
There you go. It's free. Everything is good to go. You guys better download it. It's free and it's awesome. So with that, we're gonna take you to Between Stars. Can you tell us something really quick about that music video?
All right, Between Stars talks about a ethereal situation, like when you sometimes have this astral projection lucid dreaming kind of moments in life. I don't know if have happened to you or something, but it definitely have happened to me. I've had a couple of weird experiences like in dreamland, and I just wanted to capture that in a song and make it with that 80s cliche touch of like, oh, I miss him and kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And yes, I love everything spooky, sleep paralysis, you know, all of that good stuff.
So the video we was basically wanted to portray that, like going to the dreamland and like meeting that one person that you're looking forward to see.
Ooh, this sounds really cool. All right, this is Between Stars.
Between Stars.
And that was the lovely Konstanza and Between Stars video. Love that one. Up next, we're going to bring Ed from the band Electric Sol. Hi, Ed.
Hey, Electrish, how you doing?
Doing great. Thank you. So thank you so much for being on with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'm very excited to have you and talk about your music and your band, Electric Sol. So when we first heard your band, you had sent us a video, and I just instantly fell in love with the entire vibe of your sound, of your music, and I just love it. I think it always puts me in a good mood. It always makes me want to dance, and yeah, I can't wait to get my Electric Sol balloons in the mail.
Yeah, they're on their way. They should be there any day now.
They're so cool. So speaking of your balloons, you guys have these balloons in your music videos and also on the album, and you actually offer them on your site for purchases as a gift with purchase. That's so cool. So who's the person that blows up all these balloons? I'm so curious.
Oh, we have a helium place down the street, or the grocery store down the street from me. They do that for us, but yeah, we do all the air ones ourselves. But yeah, it's really funny how that came about. You know, it was just, I think I might have just been using it as an emoji for a birthday for someone, and I was like, oh, this is really fun, and it kind of captures something, you know, simple and innocent and just childlike that we're kind of trying to do. So we started using that emoji, and then it just seemed to fit kind of the motif of the song. So we used it in the video, and we got a lot of them, and it was really a lot of fun to just walk around downtown Phoenix with a bunch of balloons.
Yeah, I love the vibe of it. I love the vibe of your video. So everyone in there is kind of playing with the balloons. And the way that it's filmed is very fun. It's almost like you're there kind of with you guys, running around, having fun.
Thanks. It was very guerrilla filmmaking, and it was funny. So we filmed it downtown by the Science Center, and it's this really cool structure, and then there's a little park next to it. And there were probably like 8 other photo shoots or video shoots going on at the same time. And, you know, everyone, no permits or anything, but everyone was really respectful of each other. And, you know, if someone needed a certain area, they would wait. And it was very funny that there were just so many people filming stuff in that area at that time.
That's great that it worked out, because
yeah, it's a great spot.
The video, you can tell you guys are genuinely having fun.
Yeah, we like each other. Our band spans a couple generations, so it's kind of cool when we're able to get together and just, you know, kind of learn from each other. The youngest guy is, you know, 24 years old, and, you know, other members are in their 50s. So it's, yeah, it's a good mix of people. We have fun together.
That's always nice to see that, you know, and it definitely comes through in your music as well. So I'm curious, when you started Electric Sol, it was a solo project, your own, right? And then sort of
I mean, it's sort of weird how it all developed, but I was really interested in doing music, and it just wasn't going anywhere. And I'm a writer by trade. And so I thought, all right, I'm just going to write a book about a kind of a fake band who lives in the desert, and they try to get big by like going to the Native American casinos and things like that. So I was writing the story and came up with the name Electric Sol. And then, I don't know, I started writing songs like for them. And then I was like, well, you know, now I kind of freed up that writer's block, and I'm able to write stuff. So I just try to figure out how to do it myself. So I had a friend of mine who was a producer who produced some of the early stuff that I did, and then the band started to form. And it's still kind of a hybrid stuff. The recorded music I kind of do alone with a couple other people, and then the live performances are with the full band. So we're still trying to figure it all out, but
no, but you're doing great. I saw recently you were all together at someone's house, I believe, and you were like in the kitchen, like singing.
Yeah,
I love it.
Our practices here. We're actually doing a practice tomorrow in the backyard. So
that's really nice.
Yeah, it's fun. Everyone's pretty close by each other.
Yeah, so it's more of like a family at this point, I'm assuming.
It really is. Yeah, they're just, you know, and Lindsay, the woman in the band, I've known her for a while. And then all the other people kind of came in, you know, randomly, and it's just, yeah, it's been a really fun, tight group.
Yeah, I really like her hair. I really like her hair in your video.
Yeah. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, it's fun. So yeah, you guys, you've been together for how long now?
Well, it started in like 2016, but we've really sort of kind of found our niche with the synth fam, very recently. So when the pandemic hit, I reached out to a guy I had seen live in February, an artist called Secret Attraction, and just really liked his sound. It was sort of what I had always imagined I wanted to do, but just couldn't kind of articulate it or figure it out myself. So I asked him if he would be willing to produce some stuff with me. And he's like, sure, why not? There's nothing else going on. It's a pandemic. So he agreed, and we worked together, and really happy with how everything turned out.
Yeah, that's great. And before we get into the video for Life Out Loud, can you tell us what you're working on, what we can expect to see next from Electric Sol?
Yeah, so the full EP called City Tonight comes out in mid-April. So there will be 3 net new songs on that EP that haven't already been released. And then, we're starting to get, I've been writing a lot the last month or 6 weeks, and we're going to get in the studio soon and start working on the next one. So we're excited.
That is exciting. Keep writing, keep doing what you're doing, because it's so great. And I just love your band. I adore it. So
love you, and love your show and how you've embraced us, and I really appreciate it.
We're happy to have you. So with that, I'm going to turn it over and just ask you a question about the video that we're going to be showing. So we talked a little bit about the balloons and the location, but is there anything crazy that happened? Like, did anybody fall off camera or anything while you were
Actually, poor Robert, man. He's so you'll see he sort of steals the show in the video. But yeah, he wiped out a couple times. There was one scene where we asked him, he's the youngest guy in the band, and we asked him if he could slide down a banister, and he's like, sure. And the first time he did it, he just did not go well. And then there's a scene you'll see where we're all kind of just playing lava, trying to prevent the balloons from hitting the ground in the park area. And they had just done some weird sprinkler thing on it, so the grass was really slick. And he took a pretty big fall, but we were able to edit that out of the video, and no one will ever know. But he was a good sport, and he heals quickly, so
that's good. That's good. Everyone's okay. So with that,
no hospitalizations or anything. So
great. Great. So with that, we are going to show the music video for Electric Sol's Life Out Loud.
Awesome. Thanks.
I don't believe in fairy tales.
And that was Electric Soul. Those balloons are really cool, I must say. Now, our next artist, he lives on the other side of the world, all the way from India. The Synthwave, soon-to-be star, Ronin. How
Hey
are
man,
you?
how's it going?
Good,
Good man,
good.
thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm glad you came to the show and actually made it. What time is it over there?
It's 8:20 right now.
8:20. So, what people don't know is that your birthday is on Wednesday, but you celebrated it last night. So you have a massive
Yep.
hangover now, right? Well, you're still
I, I'm I don't know if I have a hangover, but I'm still fairly drunk. So we'll see how this goes right now.
Yeah, well, happy early birthday. And I want to ask a question. You know, you're in India. How is the synthwave world over there? Please tell us.
It's still up and coming right now. There's like a bunch of killer artists that if you want to explore at some point. There's Dream Art, which is currently signed to New Retrowave. There's this other artist called Fuzz Culture, who just released his synth pop album, and it's still picking up right now. So I think collectively right now in the synthwave circuit, I think there's like 4 or 5 synthwave artists, including me. So.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. You know, I'm glad the synthwave is going all around the world. So that's really awesome. Now, I know you came from the metal scene as well. It seems like today's thing to talk about today is metal. So,
Yep.
What is your metal band in India?
I'll say that again.
What is your metal band's name?
My metal band's name is Providence. We played for about yep, that's the one. So we played for about 10 years. Cut an album. Ended up winning the Rolling Stone Best Metal Band, Best Metal Album. I was nominated for Best Guitar Player by Rolling Stone. This is in 2012.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So that's pretty massive. I understand you also opened up for Megadeth. So how was that?
Twice, Megadeth. Yeah, that's the press conference with Megadeth, right? So Megadeth twice, Fear Factory, Carcass, Sick, like a bunch of other bands that came down to India.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So how does one go from metal to synthwave? How did you make that detour?
I have no idea, man. But for what it's worth, synthwave, I think synthwave is a genre that's being led by just metal folks in general, like Gunship, White Star, Perturbator, Carpenter Brute, like all of those guys, metalheads, and I think they're leading the movement on the synthwave front. So I think it has that appeal which somewhere between rock and roll and heavy metal and guitars and synths. It's got the Van Halen vibe. It's got the Def Leppard vibe. It's got amazing guitar solos and everything. So largely, like being a metalhead, largely for my entire duration of life, synthwave was the next genre that appealed to me outside of every other genre that's being played. Oh yeah, that's the picture from the Rolling Stone Metal Awards.
Nice. No, it looks like you've done quite a lot, in the metal scene. I'm really happy to see where you're going to go with the synthwave world. Now, speaking of the synthwave world, I know you have your EP coming out, Kyoto Inferno. Can you tell us about that?
So it's already out and it's available on all platforms for streaming. And I don't know, man. I think it was an honest attempt at trying to get synthwave in my own way and try to incorporate the metal elements that I grew up on. And I just got lucky on a lot of fronts with Kyoto Inferno. It went #1 on Apple Music's electronic charts. So yeah, and it's only been about a month since it came out, and I'm here today. So still reeling in from the release date till today right now.
Yeah, congratulations. That sounds awesome. Now, what did you do for your birthday last night? What did you do? What kind of partying?
Dude, so I got all of my metal friends and we got drunk and I made them listen to a bunch of synthwave, and so thankfully all of them vibe with it, and it's just fun to introduce fellow metalheads to synthwave music in general, because all of a sudden they're all like, oh, this has guitar solos, that's such a cool lick, and I love the Van Halen vibe, and it's just a lot of fun introducing to that side of the world of musicians to this side, because I just feel like a lot of metalheads are very close towards, say, electronic music in general, and I think synthwave sort of bridges the gap between you know, rock and roll, metal, and just good electronic music. So
Yeah, I think they go hand in hand, and I think you can't be closed off to different kinds of music because there's so much music out there, so much good music.
Right.
If you block yourself to one style, you're gonna miss out on a lot.
yeah.
Now with that, I want to bring out Electrish. She wanted to meet you because I know you two were that she met you first. So I'm gonna bring her. Here she is.
Hi. So okay, I just want to say, I just when I was first speaking with him, he sent me over his EP, I think like a couple weeks before it was released, and I was so impressed. Every track is so solid. It was like you have bangers, you have great vocals, great guitar. I think you are really just, you're so special, and your music is awesome. So keep doing what you're doing. I'm a big fan. So yeah.
I don't know how to react to it, but thank you very much, because when it was coming out, I was trying to get in touch with anyone outside of India who would listen to it, and you were one of the first people who reciprocated and said, I'll listen to it and I'll feature it and everything. So thank you very much for the support and everything. It means a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Love it. Keep doing it. Keep going.
Thank you.
Well, thanks so much. We're going to talk about the video that we're going to play soon. Rage Quit. Can you tell us about that song?
So I'm a huge video game nerd, and when I'm not doing my stuff, when I'm not doing Ronin, I compose music for films and TV commercials and video games. Mm-hmm. So just to plug it in real quick, I know like Cyberpunk 2077 is going through a hard time, but I also happen to do the promo music for Cyberpunk for like the Indian circuit, and
nice.
Yeah, so Rage Quit came out because one of my friends who's an ad film director, he got a PlayStation 4 just to play FIFA, and after I think about 10 or 15 days of buying the console, he just sold it off, and asked him, why the fuck did you sell it off? And he's like, dude, I got so tired of kids from UK, 16-year-old kids just abusing me and my mom, and how they want to do this and do this to my mom. And I just got so pissed off for losing to them. I just went ahead and sold my console because I can't have it. And I was like, bro, that's a new level of rage quit. Like you usually quit the game or throw the controller, but to sell off your PlayStation, that's some new level. So the song Rage Quit was for him. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a banger. You can hear that rage.
Thank you. But it was also about it's sort of my metal hangover, because I'm not going to lie, as a metal kid, and I still am. There's always some vent and anger that's you go through on your day-to-day life, and I just after expressing it through metal for so long, I just wanted to express the same thing. With a more with a lesser aggressive sound. So that's how Rage Quit came to be.
That's awesome. And with that, we're gonna play Rage Quit. And Ronin, happy birthday. You can get some sleep now. I know we kept you up all night.
It's been a long day, but thank you for having me here, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Rage Quit, everyone.
All right, and that was Ronin with Rage Quit. Such a cool track. So up next, we are going to bring in a really awesome guy named Nathan Montalvo. Hey, Nathan.
Hey, Electrish.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. I've been holed up all day in the room, learning some new songs to play, and so it's been a lot of coffee and a lot of
a lot of guitar playing.
A lot of guitar playing and a lot of like mistakes too. So it's been a day of mistakes. Just get, oh my God, what am I doing? kind of thing.
Well, one mistake that you didn't make was being on this stream tonight. So thank you for being here.
That's true. Thank you for having me. As a matter of fact, thank everybody for being here with me. So I've had so much fun watching everyone else's music and seeing you guys chit chat. It's been a real treat for me.
Awesome. Yeah, we love that you're here. And speaking of your room, which you're currently in, it's such a cool room. In fact, you did a live stream the other day and kind of like did a little tour of your room. It's just so awesome. It's like you took the 80s and just captured it all perfectly into your room. And then with your guitars added into the mix, it's even better. How many guitars do you actually own, Nathan?
So I have 10 total. And
wow.
they are all kind of spread out in the room here. And I mean, I've had I started playing them when I was about 10 or 11 years old. It's been so long, I can't remember if it was the summer of like 10 or 11, but it's one of those. But
wow, that's amazing. And did you name any of your guitars? I know that's like a thing that people do. Do they have any names?
Yeah, the one in my music video that we showed on the last Static Realms Music Hour was I named that guitar Boost, and partly because at the time I had just installed a pickup in it that gave it a boost.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Lots of colors, trying to keep just like all kinds of things that stimulate the color registration in your eyes. So I'm into it.
Absolutely. The neon green one is crazy too, with the Slimer that was in the picture. That's crazy.
Yeah, the Ecto Slinger. That's that one.
Nice.
Yeah, I love that guitar.
Yeah, it seems like you're just a collector, of music, of film, of everything that is just amazing about the 80s. So I remember when you first contacted me, I did not expect you to be pretty much someone that I could just geek out with, and I love that about you. That you're just so great. Actually, this is behind the scenes images that you sent us from the video that we showed, which is, of course, Turn Back the Clock. So tell me a little bit about when you were filming the music video.
Okay, so in the beginning, we're talking about this room and everything around me. I guess it all started from a conversation I was having at my job where I teach people how to play the guitar. A close friend of mine, Randy, we were talking about time travel, as you do, between lessons. And he explained, in a nutshell, all time traveling is taking all of the particles and atoms in the atmosphere and returning them to the place that they were originally. So in a way, by having all of this stuff and keeping onto it, you kind of are time traveling. And so that got my brain turning, and I thought, I drew up a concept. And the whole video that you see is drawn in comic book form, and I sent it.
You had like a storyboard.
That's right.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I approached the whole video. I approached it. There's a plot, and the plot of the video is this boy needs to go back in time, and so to do it, he removes all of the current things in the room to replace them with an older TV and a VCR and what happens in the video is the more things he replaces, the more the image that you see degenerates to like a VHS cassette with the kind of the rainbow banding and the tracking. And
yeah, it's such a well done video. And I believe you told me that your brother and a friend, it was just you three, as we saw in the pictures there. It was just the three of you and a lot of coffee, of course, and a long day.
yeah,
And you guys made such a cool video. I love it.
it was amazing because my mom and our neighbor Linda did the craft service table, so there was plenty of like cookies for everyone to eat. That was working on.
That must have been so much fun.
It was so much fun. And the funny thing about that is that video was about 48 to 50 straight hours.
Wow.
Or at least it was for me, because we did it over a weekend. And I actually, we were up till like 5 or 6 in the morning on day one. And then I slept for maybe like 2 hours and went to work.
Wow.
After I went to work, I came home. And then when I got home, my brother and everyone else was just like, all right, we're ready to get started on day 2. And so I just, on the Keurig, and I was like,
And you just kept on going, right?
yeah, I was like, let's do this. And I'm so
Sometimes,
glad.
you know,
In the video, you can't tell how tired I am. So.
No, you can't. But if you have something that awesome that you're doing, that you're part of, that you're, you know, you have to do it, right? You know, it doesn't matter if you're running on fumes at that point, right?
Yeah, and I had, for anyone else out there that might own the Back to the Future box set on DVD, you might have, if you're anything like me, you looked at the special features when Michael J. Fox explained that he did not sleep because he did like a TV show during the day and Back to the Future all night. And I feel like I had some inspiration there. So, because he was also turning back the clock.
Yes, he was indeed. So I have this question for you then. Speaking about Turn Back the Clock, you have so many other amazing songs off of your album Neon. Are you planning on doing any more music videos or hopefully more live streams or anything like that? Because I love seeing you play. It's so cool to watch you play.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm planning to do all of those things. I've been working on writing a second album, kind of on and off over the kind of the quarantine, and I have a storyboard written up for the next video. And what I'm trying to do, this kind of ties in with the amount of movies that we have kind of here and things like that. So I'm always wanting to, if I can, make a movie. I had the idea that I would kind of do that, but just have it be the album, because the whole album Neon, it tells a single story, and the video that we have is one piece of it. And what happens in that video is the kid goes back in time, and when he gets there, that's kind of like the next thing, the next piece of the story that unfolds. So yeah, there's all of that. That's
so amazing, and I can't wait to see the rest of the story and how that all folds out with your music and great just taste that you have. And also I believe you have a birthday coming up, so happy early birthday, my Pisces friend.
That's right.
Yeah, so
thank you so much. I'll be sure to make sure to catch your birthday whenever that
thanks. Yeah, we're pretty close actually.
We are.
Yeah, so without further ado, I know that you have agreed to play some songs for us tonight.
That's right.
Are you ready to do that? I know you have to tune your guitar, Nathan, so I'm going to let you go.
Right.
But thank you so much to Nathan Montalvo and to everyone who's been on the stream, whether you're watching, whether you're performing, whether you're speaking with us. Thank you all so much for being here. It's been a blast. I love doing this.
Your mic isn't on.
Sorry about that. I was just saying it does not get any better than that to end a live stream with Nathan Montalvo on his guitar. It was just so wonderful. Thank you so much to Nathan, and thank you to every artist that we've had on the show tonight. You guys are amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming out, and good night, everyone.
Good night. Thanks for watching.